This is the Liquid Courage Podcast, a in-depth look at every episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog. On this episode, we check out The Curse of Shirley and Courage in the Big Stinkin City, featuring Taylor, Tim, and Sheldon. Now here are your hosts. Welcome back, everybody.
No, fuck you. What are you doing?
I'm doing nothing. I'm not. That's not the start. You can start.
Fuck you. Now it is.
This is the Liquid Courage Podcast with Sheldon, Taylor, and Tim. What are you gonna do? Gonna get drunk.
What?
That's what we're gonna do.
Sheldon always goes first.
Sheldon.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, we're back. Hey,
We're
the
back.
world's fucked.
Last time we talked to you, the world wasn't as fucked.
We thought things would be not as fucked.
How's your social distancing
Hey,
going?
sorry for the delay.
It wasn't because we released our last episode at the end of the last month. It wasn't as bad for their
Yeah.
but for our delay,
That
it's
was
been
for
like
different reasons.
it's been like 2 months.
Mm.
Also, there is something we do need to talk about at the start of this episode. Guest. What's our policy on guests?
We're chill with guests, but we have to all three be chill with the guest.
I'm gonna be the hardest one to sell.
Because I have a friend of mine who also wants to be a guest.
I have 2 friends that want to be on the show as well.
Oh, well,
So
I think if I have her be a guest, I get to be a guest on her Pokemon podcast. So
oh,
yeah,
that sounds amazing. Okay.
it's pretty sweet. But you know,
yeah.
whatever.
Well,
I think that's
fuck
what we do.
me.
I think we just have private deliberation on guests.
Okay. I just want to make sure we get that out of the way because I need to know before people start asking us to go on their radio shows, like Jiggy Jaguar.
Yeah. we'll talk. We'll deal with that.
We'll deal with
Are
that.
we
bridge
recording?
with it.
Yeah,
we're
we sure
recording.
are.
Oh, okay.
We started.
Leave it in.
That's the plan.
The Curse of Shirley.
No,
So just-
not yet.
No. Just so everyone knows, that's our policy on guests. If you are looking to guest on here, the reason we haven't asked a lot of people to be guests is because 1, we're still a small podcast, we're still young, and 2, it's because we all need to be in agreement on who's coming in.
We do this for fun.
And 3,
You know.
Sheldon's a prick, and you're
And I
gonna have a
could-
hard sell.
I could never ask a random person to get extremely shit-faced drunk with us like that. That's a hard sell. Maybe not. Fuck.
Sheldon's
In today's world, is it?
Well,
thing.
before the quarantine,
hi.
I would have.
Yeah,
That's
hi
my
folks.
stance.
Welcome back. Yeah, we already did that part, but
yeah, we sure did.
Yeah, let's start new.
Yeah.
Let's start fresh.
no, it's more along the lines of like, sorry we took so long. However, also, can you blame us? Have you
world
seen
is
the
going down the shitter?
It's so nuts, guys.
I feel so bad for not putting out any YouTube content
I
that I had
don't.
planned.
I don't feel bad. I think we'll be okay. It's more like,
I was busy with life.
yeah, it's covering ourselves here.
I've been working 10-hour days for fucking senior living
This
facilities.
shit
and
is topsy turvy, guys.
Yeah.
And but we're here now. This is probably all. Well, I would say that's all. I guarantee you, there's gonna be a joke or 2 thrown in here about things. But
These episodes were pretty good, though. You gotta
yeah,
say.
these are great. Like it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good episode for us. It's because we had 2 good episodes to watch. But if you listen and you listen a lot, stay
Thank you.
safe and don't worry too much.
As
Take
of
precautions.
Do what everyone else is telling you to
We're
do.
gonna
Wash your hands.
we're gonna try really hard to make sure that we have things again. But we had a lot of inconsistency in our own lives, so there's a bit of
Yeah.
a hiatus.
And
Sorry.
if you it's not as noticeable, but like if you have a problem, if you need somebody to talk to, feel free
We
to
won't
always
solve
DM us at no, we're not going to solve any problems. If
But
you want to,
we'll
if you
be
need someone
free
to
to
talk
listen.
to, yeah, if you need someone to talk to, you can always DM us on Twitter at Liquid Podcast. And so,
Depending on when you talk to us, you'll get a
that our
good
Twitter
answer
handle?
or a drunk answer.
let me make sure that's our Twitter handle.
It's not.
It's not. What is our?
You
I
didn't
set
give
up the
full
account.
thing.
You made it, man.
Oh fuck me! I made it. I fucking hate Twitter. It's a
But you
Liquid
made it.
Podcast. Fuck you. It is.
It's at the liquid underscore podcast.
Oh fuck you.
You
If
have
they-
to put Tim, social media. You have
Search
to put
the
those in
Liquid
there.
Courage Podcast. If you don't find
Someone
us with the
is
big ass
benefiting
TV
from
and all
your-
the Courage posts, then you're not
here.
talking to the right people. Sorry.
But anyway,
But anyways, yeah,
just gonna chill out.
it's been a rough couple weeks for everybody, I think. So we hope you're all
Yeah.
being safe and being smart.
Yeah. So it's been fun. We've all had to deal with our own
Personal
stuff,
crises.
and now we're back. So hopefully we will be able to continue to provide some decent things for y'all, and we're excited about it. So
By the way,
so there's
I
that.
am Tim, and Sheldon's here as well, and Taylor.
Yes,
Yeah, we're all here.
we're all here.
This is season 2. If you're jumping in this far without knowing who we are, I'm sorry.
I just
You
had to
should
have
figure
an
that out
update.
by our
Others.
names.
We'll soon
when-
get to Sheldon's redemption arc. Don't worry about it.
I always take a shot when we say my name at the beginning of the episode.
Hey,
Oh,
Tim.
That's so crazy, Tim.
No, shut up. I don't do it every time you say my
That's
name.
so nuts,
Fuck you
Tim.
all. We've made this joke before.
Holy shit, Tim.
Not
Get
for them.
out.
I can't
Yes, for
believe it,
them.
Tim.
It's been in an episode. Alright, fuck you guys.
Anyway,
I don't
Anyways.
recall, Tim.
I'm sure you don't.
Hey, yeah, so we watched
the Curse of
a
Shirley.
fucking banger. This shit was great. Holy fuck. This episode in
I
season
actually
2.
listened to the audio.
Wowzers, my guys. It's the second episode of season 2, and this
It
shit
shows.
fucking rocks.
You a fan of ska?
Woo!
Do
Yeah.
you like ska?
You like
Shirley
ska?
is
That
good
shit's
ska.
fucking rad.
That's my favorite joke.
Whoo! So, yeah, Curse of Shirley and Courage in the Big Stinkin City is the second episode of season 2, and
Both kind of featuring gross out humor.
whoa,
like,
yeah,
more than
like
normal.
to a point that I was super not okay
Not-
with at least one
yeah.
of them.
I'm not
Ugh.
okay with teeth. I'll just be real.
I'm not okay with the
Like,
nerves hanging out
yeah,
afterwards.
right?
Ugh.
Like holy fuck. And I vaguely recall Courage in the Big Stinkin City, and I only slightly recall Curse of Shirley because I morphed the early Shirley episode with this as well.
Yeah.
Transmorph.
And yeah, you guys remember
Robots in
Animorphs?
disguise.
Don't.
No, I went to different places with that.
Don't
but,
remember Animorphs.
What happened to those people? I saw a TikTok that was, yep, that's a statement
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said on
stop.
record.
Yeah, you just watched TikTok. Yeah.
No, I saw a TikTok of a girl who was like, "Hey, what happened to the kids that were on the cover of Animorphs?" And I've never had a question that has burned into my brain more than that.
That
How
was
many
the only
Animorphs
book.
have you read?
Those were the only
I never
books.
read them.
They were the
Oh,
only
I just,
books
I
I watched.
just saw the covers.
I hate the Scholastic book fairs because the only books that were ever there at the end of it was the fucking Animorph books.
I read
Oh, I
the
love the
Animorph
Scholastic.
series, every
No,
single
yeah.
one.
I love the book fair, but
Really?
I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not proud of it, and I don't really want to talk about it.
Oh,
man,
wow.
I was what was the treehouse one where they went back in time?
Which one is that?
I was like, I don't remember the name.
How
of it.
much
I used to
Animorph
have-
lore do you know?
But I also read every series of unfortunate events. But that one's a bit more,
Well,
okay.
that's a little more universal, right?
Suddenly, it all starts to make sense.
Oh, what? You saying I'm a sad child because of the series of unfortunate events?
He's a
No,
sad
no,
boy.
my sad
Sheldon-
child began way before that.
Shelton's a sad boy. Boy
Sad.
spelled with a B-O-I.
Oh, fuck you.
Sad with 2 D's.
Jeez.
But let's talk about Courage the Cowardly Dog.
So a
Yeah.
gypsy comes to your house asking for goods and services.
Yeah,
and won't take
so-
no for an answer.
Apparently
Well,
not.
I wonder if she would have taken no.
And not a slam door in the face.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So surely,
Please don't be a dick, right?
surely the traveling
medium.
fortune teller, medium,
Hey, we all have had those,
jazz
multiple jobs.
saxophonist. Yeah,
Ska band provider, proprietor, whatever. Those were words.
man,
Yeah,
you
they
tried
sure
hard
were.
on every sense there, didn't you, buddy?
Yeah, I tried. Yeah.
She comes
Welcome to
asking
alcoholism.
for money, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
like, would you provide, please? And Muriel, being the good soul that she is, goes, sure, here's my loose pocket change, and pulls out a fist.
A bag of
fucking-
shekels. Fucking
Who knows what's in that coin?
Yeah.
Purse. Who
Well,
knows?
that was my question. Is it a coin purse or is it a purse?
It was Muriel's pill purse,
I mean,
It's her pill purse.
Yeah.
It was Mary Poppins carpet bag esque, right?
And then
Right.
a pie. And then a fucking
Yeah.
pie.
And some tea and a whole platter.
Big bag of change, a whole
But-
platter of tea.
But
as
you know
Tim
what?
said.
Forget all that shit. Because
Oh.
Courage then offers his fucking gold tooth.
Which I didn't know he
Oh.
had. Does he always had a gold tooth?
No,
No.
he's never had it.
But
That's
you know
never been a
what?
thing.
Let's gross out the audience.
It's not a continuity thing. It's just a hey, we had a chance here. Let's do it.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Like, I feel like a lot of season one, they would conveniently pull away to the real. Like, if something happened that was kind of body horror esque,
They
like
wouldn't-
actually kind of like
like licking a foot. Like that was the
Yeah,
grossest
the-
thing.
there was that, and then
licking
you had the
foot,
turn
yeah.
into the foot thing. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the like when Courage would pull a tooth, it felt really cartoony and like it didn't matter.
His teeth would
Like, just
fall
like-
out or
Yeah.
burst out. Yeah.
Or yeah, and like it was like, it's weird. He put so much effort into pulling that tooth out. I hated it.
But he
And-
didn't scream in pain at any point.
No, but his
And then
nerve
he licked
endings
the
were
nerve
dangling.
endings. Why is it the addition of the nerve endings is literally it? That's the one. It's not even the pulling of the tooth. It's the nerve endings that make me go, okay, I'm done. I really don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, and,
I'm gone.
and
I'm
then-
out.
and then like Shirley is all she gets all that, and then
But what
she-
about Eustace?
yeah, and he.
Well, what about
he-
our boy?
He's gonna give her the boot, and he slams the door. Because historically, Eustace has been shitty to people that have come to his house.
Looking into the past, we see the track record of Eustace is scumbag.
We don't want
Slamming the
any.
door.
Bam.
Yeah, we don't
Now-
want any. All
The
that,
thing is,
yeah.
I mean, I've slammed the door in people's faces asking for donations.
Well, I mean, I think everyone has because you
I've
can't
gently,
always get.
I've
it,
gently
but-
shut the door.
Well,
okay,
I
well.
mean, I was exaggerating, but yeah, slam the door.
I've given some people some cups of water so that way they can keep going and talking about.
Granted,
God.
I've had
Yeah.
one person come to my door, and it was, I bet you can all guess.
Jehovah's.
Oh,
Jehovah's?
wow, you did it. First try, not even hard.
See here
yeah.
here in southern Kansas, it's always Mormons. It's crazy.
Hey,
They don't-
They're
they
just
don't
on their
ask for
mission,
God.
and they're just trying to get shit done.
Yeah, and actually, they always ask for like a cup of water. It's shit
Yeah.
like that. They're never
That's how they
asking for
get in
money.
the door, dude.
They're nice people.
Get your
No,
foot in the door by asking
they don't
for
want
water.
donations. They just want to. They just want to talk about.
They want to save your soul,
They
Tim.
just
Yeah,
want to talk
they-
about Mormonism.
They
That's their job.
yeah. I'm not gonna talk about Mormonism on this podcast.
But
We'll wait that for a
Eustace-
religious podcast coming soon.
Nope.
Big
But
secret, Eustace a Mormon. Never would have thought it. But
No way. Well, multiple wives. Wow.
yeah, no, I don't know. But
why do you
so-
think he has so much land to hide the bodies?
Shirley she gets the door slammed on her face by Eustace, and that's
The start of her
it
ska
breaks
career.
the pie. It destroys everything else.
I'm
And
sure she still has the money.
she pulls out the saxophone out of nowhere and just starts playing some kick-ass smooth jazz.
Fucking saxophone.
Yeah,
Gotta love
fucking. She's the precursor to early thousands ska, less than Jake.
I don't know if she's
Headbangers.
Too late. We're here now.
Streetlight Manifesto didn't know anything about that.
She curses him
I honestly
so many
don't
things.
remember the curse, but I do know that a cloud.
Hey, do you want me to read the curse to you? Because I do have it here.
Sure. Read
You got the curse? Oh, is it? Yeah.
It's part of the trivia, which is all the trivia facts here are bad trivia facts. We'll get to that in a minute. But
that hasn't changed.
Upon your shiny head, a curse. Long as your soul lives in your purse, and with your coins you cannot part. Your skies shall be dark as your heart.
Yeah. Some deadly premonitions and Twin Peaks-esque saxophone.
There's an L in the
golden voodoo glow skulls plays in the background.
Yeah.
I actually watched the episode of Twin Peaks. Yeah,
it's so good. It's so good.
Fucking. What? God damn it! What is the name of that game?
It's just
Twin Peaks.
Deadly Premonitions is
it's just Twin Peaks.
I swear he just wanted to make a Twin Peaks game.
Yeah.
And so Eustace is cursed. He gets a dark black rain cloud that is just pouring rain on him. And that's the rest of the episode is Eustace dealing with this, and Muriel and Courage. Oh, by the way, it's Eustace's birthday. Trying to create.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's
the whole point.
Is that the real point?
Of the episode.
I thought they were just doing that to make sure he was welcome, doing good.
Tim, I will remember this for when you're feeling down. I'll throw you a birthday party on the day that's not your birthday.
I mean, fuck yeah! Like, I'm never gonna say no to a birthday party. Would you?
At the beginning of the episode, when Courage is blowing up the balloon, and
you're
Muriel
right.
is making paper hats. It's for Eustace's birthday, and he refuses to talk about his birthday.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Courage is blowing up the condom, and
So he has, and the rest of the episode is Eustace walking around with a storm cloud on his head. We see a lot of recurring characters in this.
The bearded man.
Yeah, the bearded man, the big red bearded man. Floyd,
Bigfoot's mom.
is in it. Bigfoot's mom.
Could you help me? Across the street, who's Floyd? Is that the guy that got eaten by?
Floyd is the man that's being attacked by the tentacle monster. Which, by the way, a man gets attacked by a tentacle monster.
It's not the most important thing in this.
Also, in the theater, the man who's getting in there behind him with his wife or whatever behind Eustace, sorry, is in Freaky Fred. So,
he's the one that got his head shaved.
Yeah, guy.
And his armpits shaved.
Yeah, and shit is just fucking wacky. The curse continues. It rains down. Eustace tries to go about a daily life. He's just a cranky old man. He gets kicked out of his bed because he keeps wetting the bed with his cloud.
Yeah.
He goes up to the roof.
That's what he blamed it on anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the cloud.
Loses his glasses and
starts hallucinating, basically.
Yeah, he just hallucinates up on the roof, attacks Courage, attacks the antenna, and it's just fucking crazy. Muriel and Courage continue to create things for his birthday. They make him a statue in his honor. Fuck that shit, by the way.
And they're welding, too. When did Muriel get a fucking welding torch and, like, a degree in welding?
She got a scimitar degree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing, though, right? Like,
that's a real thing. You can get that degree. Why
would you? I'm mad because Eustace is such a dick to everybody that I'm
Eustace doesn't deserve this praise.
No, he doesn't. He's a douchebag. Fuck him. Like,
go back through season 1. How has Muriel forgotten all the times that Eustace has essentially left her to die?
Go back to this season, earlier in this episode, where he's in a city and he, like, a woman's like, "Can you help me across the street?" No. Can you mail this letter?
That shit.
There's no stamp. Ugh. He throws it away as an alien murders that man.
And Eustace continues to think there's no curse, which is just fucking dumb.
Right.
And we go to the party and we see Courage, Muriel, and then Dr. Vindaloo and
I don't know why he's there.
Eustace's
You made a
mom.
good point.
Yeah,
I guess that's his only friend.
They were looking for someone to be in that episode who was not a family member, and they
didn't
tried
say
super
anything.
hard.
He said
yeah.
no words.
Do anything.
He had zero interaction.
It's funny as shit. That's probably, you're right.
He
when
was
you pointed
there.
that out.
And
Granted, I've been Dr. Vindaloo at a few parties, you know. Just,
well,
not
it's a
really
little
do
different.
anything
But you're also not animated into an episode where some animator had to
that
draw
you know of.
Well, I mean, you are of Critter Getters fame. I have to,
Oh, no.
that.
that I bought the wrong box set for us. Now I have 4
I thought
episodes
it was the real one. I'm sorry.
I bought 4. I have 6 episodes of Critter Getter that have nothing to do with Sheldon.
I looked it up. And it told me that it was in that set. I shit you not.
On my shelf right now, there is all the Star Wars
so
movies.
fucking
There's
bad.
And
a couple
Critter Getters.
a couple James Bond movies, Adam Sandler's
Jack Hanna just did drugs.
Eight Crazy Nights or whatever it is.
Okay, so it's up there with a fucking esteemed films.
I'm sitting there and I'm looking like,
Wow.
okay, Star Wars, Adam Sandler, and then Critter Getters. There's like a whole shelf for Critter Getters.
Man.
You should probably put Critter Getters ahead of 8 Crazy Nights at this point.
I don't think so. I love that movie. Fuck you. That movie's
It's
shitty
fine.
and great.
It's a funny movie.
Yeah.
Don't fucking act like it's better than Critter Getters.
Don't act like Critter Getters is better than 8 Crazy Nights. as I see
They're
Deer,
equal. Come on, guys.
for what I remember, Deer licking shit off of Whitey.
Not a defense for your point.
You're not helping.
That is the worst part of that movie and the best part. Just outrageous. Sorry.
So,
You're
the
fine.
party's happening.
Yeah, party.
Muriel wants Eustace to come off that roof, so she yells up the steam oven? Like, what would you
It's
call
like a
that?
wood burning oven.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
like
not in the right frame
it's
of
like
mind.
a wood burning stove thing.
Gross humor number 2.
Yeah.
Eustace is growing mushrooms all over his body.
Yep.
And
Okay,
not
that
just
fucks with me.
mushrooms, literally skin mushrooms. They look like
Yeah.
they just come right out of his skin.
Oh, they get so much worse.
He pulls them
Thanks.
off, and you watch shit just like rubber band back to his arm.
That's
I've read
skin
Runners,
mushrooms.
the creepypasta. No thanks.
I'm not a person that knows about growing algae and bacteria in your skin, but I'm pretty sure when you pull it off,
That you know of.
it doesn't come back. Well, fuck me, I guess.
I have the fact that the way that you phrased that was the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a person who knows about growing algae on one's skin,
But I'd like to
that-
learn. DM me.
I have a question. Is that just like a career path that one could choose or sign up for to become an
I mean, I had the option before I became a video editor to be
To be a algae grower on skin.
growing algae on my own skin.
You're,
Mushroom for
you're
pizza.
fused to your chair, you know.
Human
guys.
mushrooms taste extra salty.
When
Stop
I
it.
worked at Fort Hays State University, that was the option. I could either write for them or I could grow algae on my skin. It was one or the other.
Weirdly
he-
enough, the algae one paid more, but I didn't want to do it.
I wasn't happy about it,
Strange.
so my heart wasn't there.
It's not my passion.
Yeah. So Eustace comes down the good old chimney.
He wrestles a snake and comes down to kill
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
hallucinating still. And he ends up in the house and attacks Muriel because he
imagines her as a monster of
a
sorts.
monster of things. Yeah.
And pins her like he's in the WWE ring.
Yeah. And then carries her back up to the fucking roof. Courage has another panic attack.
I
Remembers
gotta
that
go
he-
see. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Shirley.
He's gotta go see Shirley, and he runs out and finds Shirley, who gives him the go ahead of
Sure.
I'll give you 2 silver to buy a mirror. That'll show him his true self.
Here, I need 2 pieces. I need a few pieces of silver, and I'll give you the cure. Fuck you for asking for pieces of silver. Give me an amount of sorts.
Is this fucking World of Warcraft? Like fucking money? What's going on? You need silver to make gold?
I need some hack silver, Kratos. Could you fucking figure that out?
Ugh.
Oh, God damn it. And so she gives him the mirror.
Yeah.
Which Courage goes onto the roof to go find a Eustace who is sticking mushrooms in Muriel's mouth. By the way, skin mushrooms. Let me make sure that if there's not enough body horror and grossness in this episode, let's make sure that you know
as
that.
He screams. Fucking, what does he even scream?
I don't remember what he was screaming, but like
I know he screams "no solicitors" a couple, but
he said that before he went down the chimney the first time.
He also said it as Courage approached with the mirror.
Really?
So.
Okay.
Yeah, and
that makes sense.
You want a piece of me? That's what he said.
That's what he said.
You want a piece of me as he shoves the mushroom into Muriel's mouth, and I go, okay, I'm not okay with.
Which, by the way, this is the most like soft domestic abuse I've ever seen in my entire life. Like he doesn't hurt Muriel, he just pins her and then pulls her up the chimney and then pins her again, keeps sticking mushrooms in her mouth. You know, Eustace puts his mushroom tip in her mouth, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah. No, sorry, I had to make that
Here comes the Rule 34.
Yeah, there we go. Well, that's a different episode. Remember, so here's a little tidbit.
Nope.
It won't be another episode.
I was looking for things that we could do for side episodes for like YouTube and things like that for our podcast. And I was like, you know, what's the Rule 34 of Courage like?
Yeah,
and
you're a dumb man. You're a dumb man.
I am now on like several lists, and it's bad. Like I was watching it; it's all Shirley and Courage, and like
you're
crossover shit.
What are you doing?
You're a dumb man. As soon as the coronavirus is over, so you're gonna have a visit
from the FBI.
We saw you. We see.
I'm gonna knock on my door from the furry people. They're like, "Hey, we saw that you were on Courage.
Welcome,
Rule 34. Hey,
welcome, brother.
Do you want a suit? Do you want to go? What's up? What's up with you, man?"
Apparently, most furries look at the fursuit furries and go, "Ew, gross."
Really? Because
yeah, apparently.
Have you watched the All Gas No Brakes YouTube video of him at the furry festival?
No, I have not, but I've seen a lot of other furry videos and YouTubers
I'll
making
send you
fun.
that. He's just essentially a really nice guy who goes and lets people talk into microphones, and shit just goes wacky from there.
I've also seen the internet historian's video about the furry convention that should not have existed, and where they completely destroyed like cars and fucking the hotel and everything like that. I'll send you that. That's a good one for you to watch.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
On top of his trash pile.
I have a few. But
that will not.
Yeah. So this happens. Courage goes up to the roof. Shows Shirley, or no, not Shirley. Takes Shirley's mirror, breaks it, and then, thank God, Eustace is still hallucinating.
Wait,
because
boy, where's your hat?
He sees Courage as a boy in
as
this
a young
mirror,
Eustace,
young Eustace, who says this. It's just so hot. And where's your hat?
I don't have a hat.
Didn't have a hat.
So
a boy without a hat, that's just sad.
Yeah, we see character development, which was super cool. And Eustace gives the boy his hat.
Right.
And then the curse is lifted.
Then the curse is lifted, and shit looks super cool. And then not so much, because literally the next
30 seconds later.
Yeah, he's right back to being an asshole, and the cloud comes back.
Yeah,
but thankfully, this is a 25-minute episode, so, you know, no consequences later on down the road.
25-minute episode. This is
I'm like,
that part of the episode is 11
minutes.
minutes.
Whatever.
11 minutes, yeah.
15 minutes.
That too.
That episode was not. It has to be 11 minutes for.
I mean, probably,
TV.
Yeah.
For ad time.
Yep, that's it.
You know, to fill in that Toon World fucking commercial, you know?
As someone, you have no fucking idea. Another thing I looked at was like, what are Cartoon Network commercials that were like in the early thousands, and they're just the shittiest commercials you could ever imagine, like Chuck E. Cheese, fucking, really bad commercials, and fucking Foster's Home commercials.
So, The Curse of Shirley, loved it. It's great. I'd watch it again right now.
Would you guys like to hear the trivia for it before we go any farther?
I mean, sure, why not?
I mean, why not? What do we have to lose?
So you've already heard one of them. One of the trivia for the episode is the curse. I don't know why that's part of the trivia.
That's not really a trivia.
Also, you've also heard another part of the trivia, which is the dude who's in the back of Eustace when he's in the theater.
In the back?
It was also in Freaky Fred. And this is also the second appearance of Shirley the Medium. And also, there are two extra sections here called Confusions and Errors.
Oh, sick.
So let's start with Confusions.
Sure,
I have not read these at all.
Real quick, I want to, we use fandom.
Yeah,
we use the Courage fandom for this stuff because it's funny for me.
Sometimes it's not great
to look at because it's silly, and so that's where we get all of this stuff. It's not an extensive amount of research for each of these. These are just like stuff we notice, and then most of the time it's on the website. So just be aware of that. It's not like we're saying here's an error that we want to talk about.
No, this is not us. I would like to point these out because I think it's funny that they pointed it out. Yeah, especially in this, because the errors they have here, which I did pre-read, are bad, and the confusion here is also bad. So,
all right,
let's start with the confusion.
I know my on the row and shoot him down.
Yeah. So when Eustace was booted out of the movie theater, he wasn't holding his umbrella. And
for fuck's sake!
That's the confusion. That's exactly the confusion. It is clearly unknown what happened to the umbrella. Maybe he left it in the movie theater?
No, it's not. Who cares?
Who cares? It's a fucking cartoon.
If anything, then whatever. Still the thing.
If you like that confusion, you're going to love these errors. Shirley claims she cannot remove the curse she placed on Eustace. Yet in a later episode, Swindlin' Wind, Shirley removes 2 curses quite easily. Considering she only removed these curses after she saw her victims show concern for others, it may be that she lied to help Eustace recover in his greed. No, it's called plot.
Yeah.
It's called story.
Fucking take a shot.
That's not an error.
It's not an error. You're right.
It can't be an error if
it's not an error.
Then why is it in the error section?
If it doesn't happen in the episode, it can't be an error.
You know what an error would be? Eustace is purple.
Because if we talked about it'd be like if we did a thing where it'd be like, well, Cats showed up in this episode, but even though the Bags met him before, they didn't talk about him. It's not really an error. It's a cartoon.
Yeah, right.
They're not gonna have a continuity. This cartoon has never established continuity.
Says them.
If you love that error, you're gonna love this one.
An error from the Liquid Courage podcast. Taylor.
No, I will make fun of continuity because it's funny.
I can't wait until
you can't expect continuity from a cartoon that only does one-offs.
I can't wait. Yeah, exactly. And I can't wait for us to get our own part on the fandom, which says these guys are assholes and hate the fandom.
These guys are dicks. They make fun of fandom all the time.
These guys just fucking hate this whole website. So the second error is when Muriel reopened the living room door to see Shirley splattered and humiliated. This is how they wrote it, by the way. Splattered and humiliated, viewers could see closely that Courage's gold tooth is nowhere to be found. The only thing left to see is Muriel's bag of coins, as well as her pie and tea. That's not an error. She maybe pocketed
the gold tooth's just not there.
I don't think she's even holding it once he gives it to her.
She just drops it like gross.
Yeah, she doesn't actually pick it up. I believe it's just like a cut to Courage.
I think you're right. Hang on.
If I had to relook at it,
the footage.
While he's reviewing it as well, the last error is when the old lady, as previously seen on Courage Meets Bigfoot, who wanted to cross the street, asked Eustace for help. She talks in a similarly high, like a higher pitched voice. Like this is like a really fucking nitpicky kind of bullshit.
She talks in a higher voice than
high pitched
what
voice
she did before.
Yeah. Like, fuck you. What is
I
that
mean,
an
that could just
error?
be voice actors. Like, yeah.
No,
I can't remember the voice I gave this old woman before.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, I
can't even keep my voices in my fucking Dungeons and Dragons meetings straight. You
Yeah.
think I expect a voice actor to fucking keep
well,
this
no,
character?
but that's like, there's a
and that's
difference. I think that's what's wrong is that we've come to a. This is
The
just an
point-
aside.
Yeah.
In society where like IMDb and all that shit, like everybody wants to be the one that finds like the movie detail or the movie error, and they want to
Right.
write something that they think is going to be like the profound moment of like, holy shit, they're totally right. And so you see more and more of this as you go on. And for certain shows, that's totally real. Like if you watch Adventure Time, there's a plot that runs through Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Like there's one-off episodes and shit like that too, but there's still the overarching plot and
continuity.
the there's
Yeah.
overarching consequences, there's continuity. And so like, yeah, it would make sense if like if Cinnamon Butler was destroyed in one episode and he suddenly comes back in the next episode, then yeah, that's totally real that would be a continuity error.
Yeah.
But in Courage, and yes, I know I've made fun of the fact that like, why doesn't Mariel and Eustace remember cats? Fuck off.
It's a cartoon, man. At the end of the
it's a silly
day,
joke that I do.
Taylor claiming not to care about continuity. Episode 1 of
Holy shit, it's Matt Pat.
podcast.
all I can see is Sheldon's face being edited with a finger coming up to his face, like, huh.
I know, and like it's one of those things that I feel like continuity errors don't count in this style of cartoon.
Agreed. I think it's too early in like the
I'll
Cartoon
make fun
Network.
of them, Sheldon. I will still call shit out when Cats is there and they don't remember Cats.
Oh,
no
no,
matter
don't
how
get
much
me
shit they
wrong.
go through.
Well, no, it's something to point out, but like at the same time, it's like it's not an error, right?
It's not an error.
It's like it solidifies the fact of that one theory that we had at the very beginning, that it's just like Courage is seeing this through his eyes and not through Eustace or Muriel's eyes, right?
I mean, maybe, but that's the other thing is like, unless you ever get any confirmation from the creators or writers of the show, you're not gonna have that, and like everybody just wants to feel like they have the fucking smoking gun, and I think that's where a lot of this comes from.
Yeah.
Trivia is super cool. I like silly little trivia things. Continuity errors in a cartoon that is a 12-minute segment.
Yeah, it's not
is not something that I'm not like. We'll point it out from like scene to scene, where it's like, hey, that shit doesn't work. And like in the next or in this episode, they're making cookies, and in one of the establishing shots, the cookie cutter is in the tin.
That's right.
And it's full of cookie, and then in the next shot, it's not anymore. But there's no
still
movement.
only 2 cookies.
You're right. They did not. They did not point out that error that when Courage pressed down that cookie cutter, it no longer had cookie dough
fucking
in
put
it.
it down.
Well,
we
that
want to be
fucking
the one
red alert,
finding
everybody.
this error.
Yeah, we found a new error that they didn't know about.
Let me tell you something, folks. That's a continuity error in an episode.
Yeah.
Like that's an actual thing that you go, oh shit, they didn't keep that through from scene to scene. If this had an overarching story, the fact that the person's voice is different would be an actual error. But the fact that it doesn't fucking matter because it's not a continuous story means that that's not an error. The fact that in one shot there was cookie, in the next shot there wasn't cookie, and there wasn't another cookie on the plate, that's a continuity error because the continuity of the shots don't make sense.
Like in this last error where she was like, it's just a similar high pitched voice. It's like, come on, you're just
fuck
nitpicking.
off.
Yeah, you're just like, come on, like
hey,
they
who
never
wrote
said.
That? I hope you listen to our podcast and feel bad about yourself now.
I bet all the 5 people that are all the people in the wiki just like, I fucking hate these guys. What are they gonna say next? But no, like I get why you put that down, but they never said it was Courage that meets
Plot
Bigfoot
twist,
woman.
It's actually me putting all these things in, and I'm like,
Sheldon of Criticator's fame is also a very big wiki fandom person.
Writer.
All right,
funny.
so that's the end of all the errors, confusion, and trivia for this episode. Which this episode also has 6 paragraphs for it. In plot.
Podcast, I'm just.
They wrote out the whole. They wrote out the whole plot basically to it. That's what was kind of interesting.
But yeah, like.
I mean, that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
Well,
that's the thing. I skipped over a lot of it. We just kind of do a summation. They
Yeah,
do a
we just
summation
summarized.
to a point that is like, for this episode at least, that is fucking the entire episode. Like, it would almost be like if you had the entire script in front of you, you could almost follow directly along.
With the plot, that's for sure. Yep.
Ugh.
By
Sorry,
the way,
sorry.
Jesus.
oh wow,
Sorry.
Okay, bud?
Yeah, I'm just getting my drink.
I'm gonna say this episode gets a 3.5. I'll give it a 4. Eustace
Skanks.
hats out of 5.
Eustace hats.
Skanks, how dare you? She only plays the.
No, you're
one.
skanking. You know, like the
I
ska
am-
dance.
I am a
Ah.
skanker, you know that.
Yeah, you're sitting over there, fucking
Don't call
kick
him a
dancing over there in the
skanker.
corner.
Calling out Goldfinger and Streetlight Manifesto.
You're, just
Anything else?
you're sitting over there dancing to yourself. You're in a 35-person band, and you're the dancer.
You know, I'm picking it up, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry,
Marouche.
you gave it a what now?
Yeah, don't worry about it. 4
Wait,
out of
3.5.
5 Eustace hats.
It was 3.5. Don't lie.
Well, I was going to say 3.5, but it's actually a better episode because there
My
is
joke put him over the top.
there is character development, but it's also lost at the end, which means it won't get 5 for me. Like if Eustace learns a lesson, then I would give it a 5. Like, hey, yes, there's
Yeah,
development.
he did just
there's an actual
revert to
story.
shitty old Eustace bags at the
Yeah,
end.
he's just a douchebag at the very end. It goes full circle. Like, what's the fucking point?
I mean, it's fun. I liked it. I think I'm gonna go. I would give it like a 3.75
Okay.
out of 5.
But
What's your
Eustace
scale?
Statues.
what's your
There
scale?
you go. There you go.
Eustace statues. I'm gonna go 4. Yeah, I'm gonna
No,
go
go ahead.
4 nerve endings out of 5.
Oh, yeah.
So gross.
Good. Fuck you, but
Because
good.
despite the fact that I hated it, I still loved it.
Oh
Like,
god.
it's a good. It's. I think the quality. I think this is when we really see the quality click up. I like the absurdity of a lot of it. The next one's even more absurd, which is
Yep.
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
score higher.
Yeah.
But this is
Yeah.
a fucking. This is just
It's
a
a
goofy,
banger.
fun episode,
This,
and
this
it's
Yeah.
whole episode's I think you said banger, and I'll
Yeah.
agree with that statement.
Yeah,
this
it's
shit
a banger.
slaps.
It's a good episode.
Oh,
Um,
you motherfucker.
it's not one that you remember, right? But it's one that when you watch it, you go, "This show is good."
I'm I think back on it, and I just smile because like that was just a fun episode. It was
Yeah.
fucking weird and fun and wacky. It's not scary.
I
It's
think
not
season 2 is
out of
where
it.
they hit their stride. Right? I think they hit their stride with just like general episodes that are good, but not ones that are memorable, right?
Well, and like that's what's so weird about it is that we
We hit the memorable ones, right?
started this and we were like, oh yeah, King Ramses and Freaky Fred and like that, like those.
But we haven't hit
We're
the
like-
gerbil yet. That's the
Oh,
one I
yeah.
remember. The gerbil one is the quintessential episode of Courage in my head.
See,
And I'm
I
gonna
think
be
it's,
that
I think it's
guy.
I think Ramses is one that everybody points to as being the one that everyone remembers because
God, what
it
was
was
the one
spooky.
that I remembered? I'm suddenly having a hard time.
Well, yeah,
remembering.
like I remember all those, but like my favorite Courage episode is the gerbil one where he's riding on the ride and listening to "It's a Small World After All."
Well, yeah,
Mm.
I think
Like-
that this is a
Everybody
a show
has their
that.
personal favorites.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
this is a show that you had like one of two reactions to. Either you
Liquid.
watched all of it or you got scared of
You-
it and didn't watch it.
Didn't watch any of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
So I don't know.
Which-
So far season 2 has been really fun and I like it. And that continues when we go to the big city.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Courage in the Big Stinkin City,
Yeah.
also known as Gross.
as claymation to its fucking extent. Like this is great.
Oh,
You're
it's
right.
such a
Your
weird.
leg hair is longer than mine.
As we were watching, this, I was like, I remember this episode. This is the one where he goes door to door. I remember this.
Yeah, and that's like the thing. So to give you the premise, Muriel won a sitar contest and gets to go play at the Radio City Music Hall.
in New York City, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know,
apparently.
sitar
It's-
contest.
Like we assume it's New York. I guess it's not technically.
Yeah, no, it says New York
told.
City.
Does it
Yeah.
say New York City?
The Bag family arrives in New York City.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you for your factual
Thank you, fandom.
notification.
If you're wrong, fandom, by the way, we're blaming it on you.
We're gonna.
Well,
put you in
I mean,
face.
Radio City Music Hall is in New York, but I didn't know
Yeah.
they like said it. But anyway, And
this
while
reality-
they're there,
You got
she's on the marquee. Everything looks fucking rad. Courage and Eustace and Muriel get out of a taxi cab. Eustace loses his good old hot dog into the street.
From one of your favorite characters. Tim.
Yeah, from the Foo.
You fool!
I don't remember his real name. He comes in later.
I can find
is
it.
Is it D Lung?
I believe
Dai
so. Dilong, yeah. Jeez, let me look at.
Yeah, it is. I don't. Dilung.
Yep, Dilong. Yep.
And
It's pronounced Dilunge.
is it Dilunge?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. He's
I can
great.
tell you who voiced him.
I'm a big fan of him and his every appearance he has. I just think he's
the
funny.
last time we saw him twice. The first time we saw him in that episode where Courage was gonna go get a hamburger of Eustace,
Correct.
and they ran him off the road. I think the second time is when they were in the Coliseum. No, that's a different episode. Sorry.
I don't know. That might be a different guy.
That is no, that's the same guy, different episode.
I remember him showing up when they're driving down the road in the anger management episode, and he causes the car to explode. But I don't know if that's the first.
I think that's the first time we see them. I think so. So this is the second time we see him.
Yeah.
We're good.
But I just think he's a funny character. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's really good.
Along
But that's
with
not
Vindaloo.
But that's the whole thing, right? Like this like they go here and it's a weird background and weird time, and you're like, oh, where's it gonna go? Oh, that's a giant roach beckoning them around the corner.
Hey,
I mean,
come here. You won the contest, right?
where I
Fucking-
live, that's not a problem. I don't know what you're talking
Good
about.
old Schwick, the roach.
Bushwick, but it's
And
just
good old,
Schwick.
good old
Just call 'em
Wichita,
Schwick.
Kansas. You see roaches everywhere, inviting you inside. Making you comfy. They're telling you have to go get a demon box from someplace.
Yeah, and he
The evil
promises
package. Thank you very much.
promises Eustace hot dogs. Yeah, Eustace was almost a good person here and was like, I'm not going to follow you. And then he was like, I got hot dogs.
Works.
I'm in.
And
By
they
the
take a
way-
sketchy elevator. Oh my god, this fucking episode is a trip, guys.
I've never seen Eustace and my dad in like the same light before. My dad loves hot dogs so much that he'd be like,
Hey,
"Fuck
kid,
yeah, let's go!"
You don't know what's behind that
Yeah.
door.
Hot dog.
You don't
Hot
want to know
dog.
what's behind that door.
Yeah, I know, right?
You want some? You want to know what made these bones?
You don't want to know what made these bones.
Which, by the way, is the only GIF of this episode. Surprisingly,
It's
Sadly.
fucking great. This
Yeah.
is such a good episode. As they go in, they go to the rehearsal room, which initially had do not enter, danger. Which he flips it real fast and is like, no danger, come on in.
And then they go in.
It's just shackles of human remains.
It's the worst room ever with help
There's-
on the window, and he just kind of tries to wipe it away casually, like, it's fine in here, you know.
that's a plot
There's
point, by the way. Make sure you remember
Plenty
that.
of
Yeah. And
Stupid.
like he gets him comfy. Eustace watches TV. Schwick goes to Courage and is like, "You gotta give me this package." By the way, if a man or a woman with a New York accent ever approaches you and says, "Hey kid, can you deliver this package for?" Don't.
no cops.
That's a
So-
bomb.
no cops. No, it was a letter. He gave
Yeah,
Courage a letter.
That's
though.
neat.
Right.
That's still a bomb.
You
Don't
think that's a
deliver
bomb?
anything for anyone that does that to you.
My dad grew up in Brooklyn, and he has a New York accent, and he has distinctively told me, "Hey, kid, deliver this to the post office." Are you saying I
No
should not have
cops.
delivered that? Yeah, he did say no cops too, as well. He is straight Brooklyn. No cops.
no cops.
That's what he tells me
this is
before I
just-
leave the house.
This is just a letter to
Dad, this-
grandma.
Dad, this
No
is-
cops!
Dad, this is just a gram of cocaine. What the fuck?
That's fine.
No caps.
No caps.
So Courage has to go deliver this. And one of the most disturbing things about this episode to me is that every time Schwick, the roach, talks to Muriel and Eustace, he says, "Yeah, your kid." I fucking hate that, and I don't know why. There's something primal that every time he refers to Courage as their
The
kid, and then my brain
yeah.
goes, "Fuck off."
Get out
I-
of here.
I'm just like,
It's
made
not
me
a kid.
hate him more.
Agreed.
The
Yeah, I'm
kid
with
better
you.
get back with this package.
Or it's curtains for the sitar lady.
He's not threatening Eustace at all. In fact, he
No.
likes Eustace.
You got
just
the
hanging out.
time, old man.
Having debates on boxers and briefs and whose leg hair is longer.
So that begs me to ask the question to you boys: boxers or briefs?
Boxer briefs, actually.
Boxer briefs, yeah.
Oh, so you guys are
They're
gonna cut
long
the middle?
enough.
The best
They're
of
long
both
enough.
worlds.
Yeah, they're long enough that they they feel comfy, and they're tight enough that they hold everything in place.
I am a boxer man because I like to be as free as possible. I like,
free balling, huh?
yeah,
You
I
see,
like.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
like
see-
absolute freedom.
I used to be a
If-
brief man. I used to be a boxer brief man too. So
If they're too free, if everything's too free in the summertime in the humidity, chafing
Oh, yeah.
occurs.
no, it's horrible. No, you're right. But I
That's where
still,
boxer. But see, boxer briefs gives you the freedom, but also the comfort of being held.
I don't know. I prefer the freedom over anything else.
Mm.
I am an American, true and true to the end. I
Sound more
prefer
like a
freedom.
Scotsman to me.
And
Scots.
you should just start wearing kilts.
Well, I mean that's not a problem for me. I wouldn't worry about that. I am Scottish
Especially right now.
and
Right
Jewish.
now, wear kilts.
You can wear kilts and no one will judge.
Well, when I work from home, I actually don't wear anything, which is great.
Oh, fuck you for that image.
You see a fucking hairy ass Tim just sitting here on
No, thank
his
you.
leather chair, sweating all over the fucking place because my air conditioning doesn't work.
I might have to make
horrible.
a call on that.
I've made several calls. Don't worry. No. But
fuck it.
regardless of that, no.
Yeah, no. Courage has to go
So
deliver a
Kurt
letter.
pulls a Home Alone 2 and gets lost in the big
Get
city.
lost. Holy shit! Lost New York, right?
Yeah,
and he-
literally. Wow.
He gets in. He meets a cop who is very nice. It's always the same cop. It's the semi-Scottish, long-bearded cop
He was following him around the whole time.
who asks if he needs any help. Courage freaks out, runs away, and the cop follows him pretty much everywhere. He gets into a carriage driven by the terrible mattress rats.
Yep. And he
But
just
no,
jumps in.
it's-
No hisses.
He's screaming the whole time as that car, like that carriage is rolling. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
noticed that.
Who
He
wouldn't?
jumps in and immediately just starts screaming as they roll away.
Yeah,
I mean, he's probably there with the mattress. Why wouldn't he be screaming?
yeah.
Why?
My God,
he-
why?
He ends up at a building, an apartment building that's supposedly condemned.
Fitting
And
for an
inside-
H.P. Lovecraft building. Just
Yeah,
two
it's
gargoyles
everything's
out
red
front.
and devil. And he gets a bunch of B-roll as he goes through things, and then the scariest moment of the episode.
The lack of racism bothers me a bit, though.
Yeah, for H.P. Lovecraft, I know.
Don't worry, that the trivia covers that.
Oh, good.
Racism part. Don't
That
worry.
worries me.
Yeah, this I
Um,
just read it and my head exploded.
Oh,
Let's continue on.
glad to talk to you from the grave, Tim.
The second to last door is the violin girl door, and that is probably one of the most recognizable gifts from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Is
Yeah, the claymation,
claymation violin girl.
Claymation's
Yeah.
horrible in itself. Like, let's just.
Oh, how
real.
It's
dare
so
you. I love
spooky. It
claymation.
can be super spooky.
Yeah,
like
it really
like,
can,
if it's
yeah.
done bad, it's spooky. If it's meant to be spooky, it's spooky. So 2 times out of 3, it's spooky, Tim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. You're not. I love claymation, but More Oral was also terrifying to me as a child.
Yes,
That was
and it's
such a weird
claymation.
show. It's a weird show.
So,
I gotta
yeah,
clean up this milk, Mr. Teddy.
Oh, let me make you my great cupcakes with frosting on it.
How did
How did that get
Adult
through?
Swim even go like, this is fine?
Adult Swim
it's a-
says this is fine for everything.
They just aired a
That's
Suck
not
at
true.
Pebbles pilot.
Yeah, but that
you
was
watched that
deep.
pilot with me. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
maybe next
different
time you
level,
should knock.
man.
That's
Alright.
not that different of a level. Come on.
Yeah, it
You
is.
didn't talk about raping someone, so you know
Yeah,
what?
Not yet.
That's that.
It's gonna happen.
Smile Buddies is a different level of weird. Like that's
Listen,
the
suicide's fine to
acceptable
talk
level.
about. Rape
That
is
man broke into his wall and found someone masturbated on a computer. Was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Nothing. And
not.
blocks
Maybe
the
next time you should knock.
Yeah, but it was.
But it's
like I
not
said,
about rape.
Moral oral is just weird. I
Yeah.
hated that show.
Remember
I
the
hated it
episode
so
of Moral
much.
Oral where Oral, is that his name?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Moral
that's the
is
kid's name.
Kid's name. Yeah.
Actually got into BDSM and loved
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
I didn't like that show at all. I'm with you, Taylor. Like growing up, I hated that show, but as
It
an
was
adult, I
liked it,
understood
but I didn't
it.
understand why.
it was just gross. Like
Yeah, I
it was
understood
gross
at the
and
end of it,
weird,
yeah.
and I didn't like it. It had very little actual substance for me.
I didn't like it. I preferred like I hated how it came on after Robot Chicken and all that.
Yeah,
As a kid, I was like,
You
well,
look at him and you tell me there's a god.
well, that's rough, but on point. Sadly, Moral. Let's do our Moral.
anyway,
podcast next.
claymation bad.
Claymation
Except when
leads
it's
to
done
bad
really
times.
well. Fucking Paranorman's a great movie. Go watch it.
It actually is,
Paranorman,
yeah. All
The
those
Corpse Bride.
Yep.
God,
Nightmare on
Halloween
Halloween.
Town.
Those movies.
Wow, all of Tim Burton
Yeah.
films.
Yeah, he is good.
Um,
Claymation, yeah.
But the Violin Girl, I'm not going to talk more about it. It's very spooky.
Helga,
Go-
you killed Arnold.
You know what it is.
That was straight up
Um,
Helga. If you didn't
It
like,
seemed like it, yeah.
yeah,
when
that
the
was
hair
straight up
split
Helga.
in the back, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he finds a door that says, "Hey, the package goes here, stupid."
And he
Excuse me,
gets,
I am so
he delivers
sorry.
it. There's a lot of shaking. And there's a lot of
Courage gets
shaking.
pulled in. We don't know what happens to him, and he leaves with the evil
The
package.
things he does for love. And gets the evil package.
I don't want to talk about Courage becoming a prostitute.
Well,
Let's
you don't
not.
need to. And then he gets into a subway
Which you said was a
where the
future
policeman
reference,
follows.
right?
He's like, this one's gonna have the evil package.
Probably not. It was just a funny joke that I made.
It kind of felt like it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
They really solidified, like you said when we were watching it, a New York subway, because that literally is what a New York
just
subway looks
seemed-
like.
There was a
Seemed dark,
giraffe
dingy,
on the
and
bench
creepy.
just drooling everywhere.
If you've ever been
Yep.
to New York, that's exactly what it's
And
like.
yet it
Yeah.
still hits New York perfectly.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
And Courage just trying to run away from the cop. Throws a
Eats the
donut out.
tag
Cop
that
comes
says
back
evil
in.
package on it.
The cop
Yeah,
climbs
does
through
that.
the fucking window.
Yep, like a scary spider.
He's like,
The
hey.
conductor of the
Goes after a
train.
giant donut, which I don't blame him.
Yeah,
Like-
conductor of the train jumps out, seeing the evil package.
That
No,
has, yeah.
Courage now. Courage now is like stuck there. The cop sees there's no driver. Courage gets away scot free, but jumps back in to slow everything down.
And he
Yeah.
It's just It's just surreal.
Let's
It's a
point this
surreal
out real
thing.
fast.
ends up driving the subway into the into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
room.
yeah into the
But-
venue.
But real fast, like, let's point out that Courage jumped out scot-free, was completely fine,
Scott 3.
and then he looked back and he had regret, and he goes, you know what, I'm gonna go save this fucking thing, and he doesn't. He doesn't save the train.
I mean, it
He
was a bad
crashes the
choice on his
train.
part. Let's see who he saved. A policeman who we don't know.
A giraffe that was
job,
sleeping in the back.
and a drug addict giraffe. Let's be real here. Look at that giraffe and tell me he's not addicted to some substance.
That's-
sleeping. He works.
Look at that meth giraffe over there.
That ain't meth.
Probably not.
Probably
That's
crack.
heroin. Yeah.
Heroin.
That's heroin. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Still, that's funny.
But gets back to the venue, gives Bushwick the package. It's a squeegee. I was fucking done at that point.
You
And
bent
it's-
my squeegee!
It's a bet. So apparently, inside the package, which was pristine, Courage didn't wreck
Yeah.
the package at all. It was already bent when it was in the package.
Yeah.
There's no way Courage bent
If
that
somebody
shit.
sends me a bent squeegee, I'd take it. You know.
I just don't know why that was evil.
Now you're gonna get it as he unlocks the mouse
As
hole.
he unlocks the monster hole, Courage takes Muriel up top. They play the
But
sitar.
not
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
everything seems fine. Schwick gets attacked or gets captured by the cops.
After
They
a
go, "We
dancing
finally
line
got
kicks
you,
him along
Bushwick."
with the
Yeah,
Just slick.
just Schwick. And then we come back to Eustace, who's a skeleton, and I can't count it as a death because he's watching TV and clicking the clicker.
2,000 channels and nothing on.
This is a fucking surrealist dream. That's
And
what
it's
this episode
great.
is. It's fucking amazing.
It's beautiful. You're right. That is exactly what this is. It's a surrealist dream.
Holy fuck.
It's like, yeah, it is absolute. It just feels like you went to sleep with a fever, and this is what you got. Like you were watching Courage, and you had a fever dream. That's this episode.
and it's great. It's the most. It's the
And you were in
best.
New York, and you were around New York, and got kicked out of a carriage, and went to a condemned building.
It's what I wish Home Alone 2 was.
Actually, I do wish. I wish Home Alone 2 was more adult. You're
Macaulay
right. I'm with
Culkin
you
running
there.
from Donald Trump.
Macaulay Culkin having a fucking fever.
Donald Trump. Okay, so I did a deep dive. You said this.
Oh, you
already.
shouldn't have.
Donald
done it.
We've
Trump
had
was in-
several. Yeah.
Donald Trump was in that movie.
Oh, he was.
Yes, he was in Home Alone 2. Yes, he was.
Donald Trump was also in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Was he?
Does that
Where?
connect the worlds?
It's like a no,
Yeah.
kind of actually, yeah, because he's in an episode where he like shows up and is like gonna give Will some money. Something else happens. I don't give a shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what
But
you're saying, yeah.
Ashley yells at him for ruining her life. And
Oh
then
no.
Will runs after Ashley. And then Donald Trump is there with his not current wife.
That's the best way to say that, right? That's the
Yeah, I don't
best
know
way.
which one it is. And his
The one for show,
wife at the
one for
time
private time.
goes, what was that all about? And he goes, I don't know. People are always blaming me for everything, and like looks at the camera, and I'm just like,
That did not age well.
That's so topical.
how have you not
Not
used
age
that
well.
in every fucking press conference ever?
You think that he said that back in the day, and now he's just alluding to it? Like, I feel like there's Donald Trump lore in real life.
I don't
And, like-
Man, I don't want to get into that.
But I know we don't want to be topical, but make sure you guys inject your Lysol at your lungs.
no.
God damn it! Now we're topical. Fuck you, Tim.
Don't
I'm
listen
sorry.
to him.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
Timothy is not a medical doctor. Don't listen to him for any
That's what
medical
he said
advice.
too. That's what he said too. I'm like, I'm not a doctor, but it could be injected.
Courage in the big dirty city, or
Yeah,
Courage in
no, the
Would
big
you- would
stinking
you-
city.
Would you like some trivia?
Fuck it.
I'm
Why
looking
not?
at, I'm looking at fandoms trivia. You
We
go
don't
first,
have
bud.
we don't have much
Yeah.
farther to fall.
Here, let's alternate it. You do one, I'll do one.
All right, I'll do the
Okay.
first one. This episode actually won an award for Best Sound Editing at the 2001 Golden Reel Awards.
For what?
Which
For best sound editing.
The actual sound editing was actually really good in this episode. I'll
No,
give
it's
them that.
super good. If you lit like it is a great episode. It gives
I'll
it
admit,
gives
I
a
wasn't
good.
listening.
And they had different
Good time.
elements of different animation too. Like the editing for
Yeah.
that, like it's
That's
good.
great.
They did a good job.
Sick. I'll do the next point.
Yeah,
When
go for
Courage
it.
enters the building, there's 3 buildings. One can clearly hear a man shouting, "Open the door!"
Yep. I'm glad you were alternating this because you're picking all the crazy ones.
Yeah, I know.
Open the door.
Which building? I don't know.
Which bill? Yeah,
I don't know.
they're
he
not
enters
very
at least 3
specific.
buildings.
Open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's the
I'll
next
do
one. King. Oh shit! I can't say this word.
Ghidorah.
Ghidorah, one of the most famous kaiju in Godzilla films, was one of the monsters living in the apartment building. This
One
could
of my
be a
favorites.
jab at how many. This is the racist part, by the way. This could be a
my
jab
God.
at how many
Oh,
Japanese
oh.
there are living in New York City. This is racist. That's a fucking
Holy
racist
shit,
sentence.
fandom! That's not a fact at all. That's not trivia at all, dude.
That's just
Take a
straight
shot
racism.
for racist fact.
Amen, brother.
Wow.
I'll take
Can
that
we-
shot.
Can you report? I'm gonna start a fandom account to report things.
Racist
That's fucking
fact.
You can
bad.
report that. Yeah, that's bad. No. So like,
That's not real.
Yeah,
Remember
not
when we
racist
said-
facts? I apologize.
remember when I said early in this episode when you guys were like, "Wow, that's kind of the racy
Well,
side." I was like,
H.P. Lovecraft
"Oh,
is known for his
H.P.
racism.
Lovecraft's known for his racism.
Well, yeah, his cat was the N-word. Fuck
Yeah.
As
him.
a fan of H.P. Lovecraft, even I go, dude was racist.
This sentence.
terrible.
Let me read this sentence one more time to you guys.
Nope, I don't
This-
want you to because it's going to be a soundbite.
Don't do
Oh,
it.
yeah. No, there's no reason for that. There's no
No.
reason like for that at all. Like this is
That's
not.
literally, hey, I don't know who wrote, hey, fandom,
You might
This
want
is
to
a-
look at yourself. when you
fucking
write-
vet something, would you? Would you
Yeah.
please go check shit before
I-
people just post things?
I get
That's-
I get that it's like Wikipedia in that regard. Like anyone can post anything, and like everyone's just combining their knowledge together to put it out there, right? But that's bad. This sentence is bad. Like I read it earlier, and my head exploded.
It might
like
be
I was
a
like,
reference to how many Japanese are.
that's exactly what the
so-
sentence is. You. It was like, whoa, that's not anywhere
There's
in this
too
episode.
many.
Let me read the next one so
Hey,
that way I don't
no,
get...
real quick. Hang on 1 second. I just want to bring up the statistics. Point or 0.3% of New York's population are Japanese.
Japanese.
You may
Like,
want to look at yourself, fact claimer.
I would
Holy
ve-
shit.
I would venture to guess, because I know Harlem and other places that are African American, that the majority of New York City is probably not in the Asian
I almost
descent.
guarantee it's probably still Caucasian. But the thing is, like,
Like, yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
What
Who
the
wrote that?
Who the fuck wrote this? Who did this?
I think
And it
I don't
hasn't
think it's
been
a
taken down yet.
no, and
No,
I don't.
it's been
Here's
here
the
for
thing:
years.
I don't think that's a reference to anything other than Dilbert has used kaiju footage before.
And who wouldn't? Kaiju photos are great.
well,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
just
like,
easy.
it's Godzilla. It's Godzilla.
It's silly.
It's the most, it's the most memorable thing. Like, if you think of giant monsters, what do you think of? You think of Godzilla.
Yeah,
And
Because he's a giant
King
fucking
Ghidorah.
monster.
And,
Yeah.
King
and
Ghidorah.
Mothra, or
Oh, Mothra's cool.
Yeah, but,
Mothra is
Mecha
cool.
Godzilla.
but still, like,
That
I
other
don't,
Mecha Godzilla.
I don't care when you use stock
Godzilla
footage
2000.
or royalty-free footage. I get that. Like, as a video editor, I use stock footage and royalty-free footage all the time. But, like,
But-
to add that sentence on the back of it, that's
so
fucked.
shitty. That's so shitty.
Like,
Cool. Here's the next fact: the weasels from the Demon in the Mattress make a cameo in this episode. Already
Right,
talked
you're-
about that. Super
you're gonna
chill.
make me
Next
read
one.
the long ones. Fuck you.
I
am.
love things like that.
On Cartoon Network Asia, Cartoon Network Philippines, and Cartoon Network Australia, the part with the apartment room is cut for fear that the violin girl might be too disturbing for the show's target audience.
Are
scene
you
is left-
serious?
Yeah, the scene is left intact when it ran on Cartoon Network and Boomerang in the United States, and its
They let
respective
so
feeds in
much
Europe.
else on that.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
went with that.
Yeah.
No, they
I
cut out a lot
knew-
of Freaky Fred too, and a lot of.
I knew it was cut.
Ramses.
There's a
too.
lot of stuff that gets cut on international stuff, though. Just
Yeah, well, especially in
Good one.
Australia, where they won't let mature games air either. Like, I don't know if you've seen that.
no.
Like, you have to-
Australia,
You have to
Germany. There's a
import-
couple countries that really watch violent video games.
Yeah, they
Violence doesn't work. Sex, we'll let that slide.
because I watch
Yeah.
I watch Funhouse and I watch
And then
that-
in America, it's reverse.
a bunch of people that are with Funhouse, and like one of the people's from Australia, and she had
Yeah,
when
Alana
she was
Pierce.
in Australia, Alana, when she was in Australia, she had to like import games like GTA and things
Oh,
like
There
that.
was
Australia's
certain-
terrible.
Yeah, there's
yeah.
certain M-rated games that just can't make it into Australia.
They don't have
Like,
any.
you have to
M-rated
pay
games, like-
$200 extra just to get like Mortal Kombat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy, but I mean, like, I guess I understand it because in those games you're literally pulling out someone's spine
Yes,
and
but it's
showing on
over-
screen.
It's
it's
cartoon
like
violence.
it's over much, you know. Over
Right, but
much,
I
Jesus.
feel like the
Over the
person
top.
that would buy that game knows that though, and they understand the fucking gratuity.
You
of
would
it all.
think that,
Honestly,
but you and
violence
I
is
have
more
also
of a
played
route.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Don't bring that up. Those
No,
kids
no,
the other
bring
day
it
were
up.
fucking horrible. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Like, there's definitely children that get a hold of games because parents don't.
Parents don't care about the rating.
Those kids were bad trolls too. By the way, if you're a troll in the video game, at least let someone respond and then roll off their response for a troll. When you scream over the response, that you're not a good troll. You're just an asshole. Like you're not good.
Kids,
no.
I don't care if they're kids.
Coup Rage, the cowardly dog.
Anyways, although do you want to read that next one, or do you want me to go on?
I don't.
I'll read the rest of the trivia real fast.
That's not trivia. Don't read that one.
Don't read it.
You don't want to read the most. This is one of the most famous episodes. Other than
don't read that one. I'm telling you right now to stop fucking.
All right, let me read
words.
the next one. That although Eustace supports briefs over boxers in this episode, he is mostly seen wearing boxers in every other episode.
As the roach tears his skin.
By the way, there are 3 things of trivia for boxers and briefs.
Yeah, there sure is. And then also the briefs boxer scene has become a popular internet meme, as has the violin scene.
And that's it for trivia.
And
sometimes I think we need to go back to what the definition of trivia is in the world.
I love the
we've lost the plot, man.
I love the Phantom trivia just because it's so bullshit. It's some points.
Does anybody even remember what we were talking about before the trivia's happened?
No, we were talking about the episode. Yeah, the big stuff.
I don't know. I'm a few in.
It's a Salvador Dali-esque episode, man.
Yeah, it's very surreal. It's not bad. I will. I'll be the first one to give a rating for this one.
Sure, dude.
I will give this 4.5 evil packages out of 5 because I think it's a good Courage episode. If you were to watch it for the first time, you'd be intrigued. You'd be laughing at it. There'd be points where you're scared.
Fucking nutso, dude.
It's a really good episode.
Taylor, I think you should go second, and I won't cut you off this time. Let's do this.
You do you, bud. I'm 4.5. 4.5 boxer brief debates out of 5.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
It's such a fucking trip. Like this coming off the back of Shirley's or the Curse of Shirley is such a good good 1-2 punch.
Good,
it's
right?
It's such a good it's a good pairing of episodes.
I really think
normally you get one shit episode and then you get one
you get kind of one burner and then like one really funny episode or A episode.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, I think season 2 will not be like that. I think season 2 will be a good consistency of good episodes, but nothing that we will remember, right? But it'll be just funny episodes.
But we'll have a good time along the way.
I think we're going to have a lot of episodes that we've probably forgotten over time because they didn't hit us the same way as some of the other characters, but I'm fucking excited. Yeah. Sheldon, go.
I'm gonna give it 4.25 bent squeegees out of 5.
That's a good
there you go. I
had a good time with this, and it's like even though the squeegee's bent, it could still be used.
Sorry,
I love it.
What was your rating? 2.5 or 4.4?
4.5. 4.25. I went complicated with it.
That's fine. No, that's fine. I just want to make sure.
Fucking season 2, we can. This is fun. I liked it.
Was great.
Yeah, this is one of the better. So, season 2 so far has been way better.
It's been great.
We've had one episode.
We've had one episode before this one, and it's
we've had this one, and we had the one before this. That's the
that's what I'm saying.
We've covered in season 2.
Well,
one before this one. That's what I said.
We're past this episode. Yeah. No, so remember episode 1, we had Eustace trying to conquer a sand fort. Which was fucking awesome. Ozzy wears a fucking werewolf or weremole pelt on his face.
He was Beowulf. Beomole.
This shit's gonna be great. Like I'm glad to be back.
Great.
We'll see.
I'm glad to be here. Oh shit. No, I won't call them out. Never mind.
Don't call anybody out.
Well, no, I'm looking at the fandom page and I realize that there are 4 people that are apparently mods for this episode's fandom page.
Dude, do not call them out. Do not.
I'm just saying,
we
guys.
Need access to the wiki page.
My plan.
Y'all might want to get rid of the kind of shitty racist thing that's on there.
So I'm gonna report it after we're done tonight. But also, I want to make sure that we actually get on the wiki at some point because I think it'd be fucking awesome. No, I think it'd be fucking awesome to be like a side note, like the Liquid Courage
the same
podcast
website in which I can find all of the fan fiction. So
of every single fucking thing, like Star Wars, Fallout. Yeah. You can find every fan fiction on this. No, I get you. But like, I would like to be in this small niche.
There's a horrifying. Real quick, hey, this has nothing to do with the episode, but on my page right now, because I don't have ad blocker on, because I'm a good boy.
I don't.
On the side banner ad that I have is called. It's for a place called the Christmas Palace, and it's just a bunch of Santa Claus mermaids.
Can I point? So on my page,
it's freaking me the fuck out.
On my page, I have a comic website that just is doing porn. And so I'm seeing comic...
You know, your ad is whatever you...
Bullshit. I have VPNs and ad blocker and all that bullshit for a reason.
Sure you do, Tim. Sure you do.
Tim.
Stop.
Tim, it's okay to look at porn.
I'm not saying it's not good to look at porn.
Of it.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you straight up, I look at a porn a lot.
Well, there you go. That's why it's showing up, Tim.
Also, you're totally right. We should, I don't want to call these guys out, but we should definitely report
but maybe we should. Yeah, no, it's bad.
No, we won't do that. But anyway, thank you all for listening.
This might be a good place.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We're glad to be back. Be excited for more episodes as we get more and more time off.
Let's call it vacation time.
As you guys are, because I'm still working every fucking day.
I still work too, my guy.
I'm unemployed. So maybe we shouldn't call it vacation time, Tim.
It's not. Yeah, no. I never said vacation time. Fuck you.
You literally just did.
You literally just did.
No, you said vacation time.
Nope. Check the tapes, bud.
I will check the tapes, motherfucker.
All right.
I said I wasn't. I was still working.
No, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. We missed you. We're glad to be back. Be excited for more episodes. See you next month.
We'll see.
Bye. Bye, Dads. Later. Bye. That was the Liquid Courage Podcast. An in-depth look every episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog. On the next episode, we check out Family Business and 1,000 Years of Courage. Music was provided by Visionless. You can find them at www.soundcloud.com/VISIONL3SS. We do not own the rights to Courage the Cowardly Dog. Until next time, have a wonderful night.